What is up, legends? We are back, and what I want to do is something a little bit different for you guys. We're gonna do a game on Hypewatch today, and we're gonna call it "Who Deserves It." So I'm gonna be looking at the reviews in each game, not everything, but majority of the new stuff or the stuff that we have watched or looked at in the past. And what I'm gonna do is pretty much talk about if it deserves the rating or not. And you guys can go along with me if you want to, because I'm probably going to premiere this as well. And you can say if you believe in it or if you don't believe in it, or if what score you would give it, because remember all these scores are going to be out of 5. And we're going to look at some of the comments on it too, just to laugh. So let's just go right into it. So we have a new game that's called the Idle Rush right here. Idle Rush I actually looked at, but I have not played much of it. But as you can see, this is, first of all, it's a vertical game. So the minute I see vertical game, and I see stuff, I see 4.3 with a vertical game, I'm like, yeah. And we go down into the comment section. MapleStory actually does a good job of actually commenting back to people. Getting closed after real me. That's probably a hardware problem. Not really part of the game itself. And it's okay on the reviews and everything, but me in particular, the minute I see idle and the minute I see vertical, I see 4 automatically. Where these 5s coming from, I don't know. So does it deserve this 4.3? No. And that's pretty much how we're gonna roll. We're gonna just talk about it, and I think this is actually a little bit of fun. I just came up with this idea last night. It would be good if we talked about the stuff that's on the store. And yeah. So related. How is this related to Shining Beyond the Lord of Heroes and all what? Anyway. Alright, so let's actually talk about Shining Beyond. Does it deserve the 4.6? I think it actually does. Shining Beyond is a very free-to-play casual game. You can get every character in the game basically without ever actually having to spend anything. And that's actually pretty lit. That's pretty lit. Now, Lord of Heroes. Lord of Heroes just recently allowed us to, basically play on emulator, which I have to go and check it out again. I just haven't right now because I haven't had time. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. There's good stuff coming out next week that you're going to see on the channel. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Just you're going to see. There's actually a few good games coming out next week as well. This was a very good week. Gaming-wise, we got some diamonds out there in the rough, so to speak, and it all happened around Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, it's like they just dropped it all on the top of our heads. It's like, we know you eating turkey, but here's some games. That's literally what happened. And I don't even know why and how it went down like that, but it did. So I guess we just have to be happy with it. Anyway, Lord of Heroes. Is Lord of Heroes lit? I would honestly say Lord of Heroes deserves it at 4.6 because it's actually a pretty good game. It probably was a higher rating until the emulator thing started working against. That probably raised it up. Idol Goddess. Okay, now Idol Goddess is another one of those games where it's all about the waifus. Even though all of these waifus right here do not look like that in game. They look chibi. You get the little look at, they come out and look like that when they do the specials. But it's an idle game. It's vertical. Again, so the minute again I see that, 4. Where does 4.5 is coming from? Nah. I don't know where 4.5 is coming from, but I see 4 right here. It's okay as idle game, but there's better idle games out there than that. Like AFK Arena is actually better. All right, let's see. Let's seek out some other stuff. Epic 7. Epic 7, because it got reviewed bombed so many times, is down to a 4.3. It actually doesn't deserve that. I would give Epic 7 a 4.5. It deserves to be higher than that. Way higher than that. Like 4.5, 4.6 is actually a pretty solid game right now. You can have a lot of fun in it. It has a lot of content. You get lost in it. Pretty cool. Illusion Connect. No. Illusion Connect deserves the 4.7. It deserves it. It probably is a 4.8 if we're really being honest. It's not a 5. It's absolutely not a 5. It's not perfect. Not perfect. There's a few balance issues and some characters are a little bit ridiculous and stuff like that. And I don't like the select summon stuff. It's kind of the same way. Speaking of which, that is right next to Epic 7. It's kind of the same way of like the midnight summons and all. It just, you don't need to have stuff like that in the game. If you want something to be rare, just say it's a rare character and be done with it. The separate currency on top is always a problem, and it always puts people off, and it should never be in gaming. Like, they haven't learned, gacha games haven't learned yet from EA and all the rest of them. Don't make separate currencies like that. The premium currencies, people don't like it. It's not like, it's a stigma in the community, and it's uncalled for and unneeded. Just don't do it. But Illusion Connect deserves the spot, and yeah. So Mobile Legends is not better than AFK Arena. I hate to put that as an example, but I put that like as an example for idle games because it's a pretty solid idle game and it has a lot of content in it. This does not have more content than that. And if I get to, matter of fact, this is a 4.62. On par? Nah. I'm gonna go with nah. You get like a 4.4, 4.3. Nah. Alright. The 7 Deadly Sins. Alright, so here's the problem with the 7 Deadly Sins. Does it deserve it? Or if not. The problem with 7 Deadly Sins is that Netmarble doesn't know what type of company it wants to be. Sometimes Netmarble is a very casual, free-to-play company and nice and everything else, and then other times Netmarble says, you know what, this is make money, charge them. It's literally what they do. Like they go from the best company ever to like literally slicing your throat, and it's confusing. It's really confusing because they'll do that from patch to patch. It's like somebody will sneak into the office at night and say, we gotta make this a cool game, and then they'll do a patch, and then whoever's in charge comes in the next day like, bitch, you didn't get enough money, and then F's it all up all over again. They do that every game. It's literally every game. So I'm starting to think that that's their business pattern. They reel you in and then slice you, and then you be like, bro, I'm out, and then reel you back in again. I think that's Netmarble's pattern. And I'm saying this out loud because they've done it every game. It's not like it's like every game. And it doesn't matter the region either. They do it the same way every game, every region, whether it's Taiwan, Japanese, Chinese, global. They do the same thing every game. Like, bring you in, like, hey, this game is lit. We was all like, 7 Deadly Sins is going to be the ish. It was worldwide great. And then Netmobile was like, we making money, pay to win. And then everybody was like, holy crap, why? And then people left. And then they were like, oh, we lost people. All right, let's be a great company. I don't understand. Anyway, Guardian Tales. Guardian Tales actually deserves either a 4.9 or even a 5. Because Guardian Tales probably has maybe the most content out of any Android game. It doesn't look that great, obviously, because they're using, like, 8-bit type characters, obviously. But the story that they put into this game has a very good, whoever is the story writer needs to get a raise. Whoever's doing content and level design needs to get a raise. Whoever makes the characters needs to get a raise. That's where this game shines. This game totally shines when it comes to that. It deserves a higher than a 4.6. I think maybe people were salty because they didn't get characters or something like that. What the game needs to actually do, Guardian Tales, is make it a little bit easier to get characters, because the summons cost too much in this game. It costs too much. It should be like 2K. It shouldn't be like that 27. It's 27 or 3K or something like that. It should be 2K. That's it. And then you'll be able, and 10,000 currency, be able to summon 5 times. That would help this game a lot, and help the fact there's a good chance that you will not get characters. Brave 9. Does Brave 9 deserve a 4.3? In the beginning, yes. I was saying in the beginning, yes, because we did have a lot of fun in this game in Brave 9, because it wasn't called this before. It was Brown Dust before. But I think it deserves a 4.5 now, because they do very well with giving you incentive to keep playing the game and get characters, and it's very giving right now. So Brave 9, you probably want to hop back into, because they always have some type of event to encourage you to play. And I like games that encourage you to play and reward you for playing and give you characters and, you know, different things in the game for just simply playing and enjoying yourself. So they do a very good job of that. I always come back to it, even if I uninstall or usually reinstall it maybe a month later and come back again and get more stuff, and just a cycle. We already talked about that. Azor Lane. Azor Lane, if you like waifus, it's just literally what Azor Lane is. It's about the waifus, and that's it. As a complex as the way the game works itself, it probably needs an update. I wish they would take Azor Lane more towards the Crosswave that's out on PC. I wish they would just update it towards that, because that is a lit game, and I wish they would do that. But this game deserves the 4.6. That it deserves to be where it's at. Grand Summoner. Grand Summoners Grand Summoners actually deserves that 3.8, and the reason why is because they do a little bit of what Netmarble does, and they just lose their damn minds sometimes and make stuff a little bit too pay to win, a little too hard to get characters. They might be the kings of collab, though. As you can see, you're looking at a collab right now. They definitely might be the kings of collab. So if you want a collab character or something like that, this game has millions, so you might as well just try. Well, not millions, but Sword, I messed up. Go back. Sword Master Story. I don't have much time for this game, sadly. However, this is a pretty cool idle game. It's a pretty cool idle game. It's like you literally you have the waifus, as you guys can see, and it has a little bit of story behind it to go along with the AFK and spamming out and everything else. And it's just interesting and casual. I don't think it deserves a 4.6, maybe a 4.4. 4.5, 4.6 is kind of high. That's like, this is like the most epic idle game ever, and it's really not, but it's cool. So I give it like a 4.6, maybe even 4.3, 4.4, but 4.6? Nah, we already talked about idle goddess. Kingdom of Heroes. Kingdom of Heroes actually came out at a bad time for them, unfortunately. I don't know if it can recover from the time, because they came out in between a whole bunch of other games and it just got overridden. It's not a bad game. It's a chibi, based isometric game, and that might be holding it back. So they might want to think about that. But does it deserve a 4.3? I say yeah. That's probably being nice at this point in time, but I think it does deserve a 4.3. Final Fantasy Brave War Visions. This deserves the 4.4 because they waver back and forth. Sometimes stuff is really easy to get, sometimes it doesn't. You got, historically, I don't even understand what the hell the banners are doing in this game, because there's times, like, it's just all over the place. There's times where I will summon literally 10 times and not get the banner character. And you get, the cool thing about the game is that you get enough currency over the course of time when you decide to summon that you can summon 10 times like that. That's 100 times, and you won't see the banner character. And that's happened several times in this game. Now, the interesting thing is that eventually the banner character that I missed, unless it's a limited collab, comes back later, and I end up getting the character just randomly somehow from a summon, from going after somebody else summoning a whole bunch of times. So that's cool, but in the actual banners themselves, I'm kind of confused, because it seems like it's almost like you might as well not even try and just wait for it just to pop out by itself. Unless it's a limited banner. The limited banner you gotta try. But that's just my, I don't know how anybody else feels, but this is how it goes with me. Sword Art Online Alicization. This game, they stay giving you stuff in this game. This deserves the 4.5. It shouldn't be any higher than that. And on top of that, they steadily follow the anime content all the time. They just keep going. Just keep going all the time. They never stop. This game never took a break, which is lit. Respect. I respect that. That's awesome. All right, we talked about Shining. Girl X Battle. This score is way too high. This is way. I give this a 4 because this is not that great at all. Not that great. 4. I don't even know where that 4.4 came from. This is suspect. Final Fate, that score might be a little bit too low. There's a lot of content in Final Fate Tower Defense. It's kind of like Arc Knights, and this is a different type, but it has just as much, if not more, content than Arc Knights. It just doesn't look like Arc Knights. You know, it's a little bit cheesy and everything else. So that 3.8 might be a little bit mean. Maybe a 4. It doesn't deserve that. This, I don't know what the hell this is and why is this even in the English. But let's just look at the screens. This looks not that great. Reign of the Digimyth. And they're even responding in Asian. Why would you respond in Asian to... Alright, whatever, Game Panda. Okay. As we say. I don't like, you're obviously in the global side of the market. One Piece Treasure Cruise is interesting because this game is ancient. It's ancient. And it's still here at 4.5. Like, that is a testament to it actually being good enough to actually be around that long. Does it deserve a 4.5? They got content of all, and this is another game that doesn't take a break on top of that. And it does have about 2,000 characters, so they don't take a break. It just keeps going. So, respect. That it deserved a 4.5. Mega Heroes, that score is kind of high. That score is kind of high. Maybe a 4.1, 4.2. AFK Arena we talked about already. Tales of Wind, that score is high. That score is high just because the simple fact that this game is way too pay to win for its own good. If they were a little bit more casual and reined it back, allow you to actually earn stuff, like literally every event is a pay to win event. And this is about the only game I've seen, like, historically now. There's games used to do that back like 2 or 3 years ago, but this is the only game right now that literally every single event is pay to win. Like how do you get away? How's this game still here? This deserves maybe a 3.9, 3.8, 3.9 just because of that. Summoner's War gets a bad rap because it's hard to summon in this game. It's kind of expensive. So that's literally what, downs this game. It has a heavy lineage though. There's so many people playing this game in the world. But yeah, MapleStory M is another pay to win game. It doesn't do it all the time, but it does it enough that it deserves that 3.6. It probably deserves a 3 because all they do is do pay to win shit. And it's obvious too, and they don't care. They just like, you like MapleStory, you're gonna pay. That's literally what MapleStory M does. Anyway, Tales of Cresteria. I'm sad that this game didn't take off, and I really have, because the game itself gives you a lot. It gives you a whole lot, but part of the problem with this game is buggy. Even now, it's still buggy. And when people can't play smoothly, that affects the game. Sadly, it has a very good story, and it has very good characters from the anime series. But it just is what it is when it comes to that. Idle Angels, this is way too high. This is like a 3, not 3, 3.7, 3.8. Angel Legion is way too high. This is literally all waifu right here. If Angel Legion is 4.7 and Forsaken World, with all the content that game has, is a 4.2, they just delete all of Googleplay and do it over again. So people can put real reviews in here, because this score should be the other way around. Forsaken World should be 4.4, not 4.2. Now, part of the reason why people are a little bit on this is because this is doing too much. They literally smashed the original Forsaken World into the Android. It's literally the same game and put it in, and that's too much for an Android game. They should just, if you're going to relaunch it, just put it on Steam and let it still be a PC game, but keep it as like the Android type of thing and allow people to auto and everything else like that the way that it is right now, but keep it as like a PC title. It shouldn't be a mobile title. It's too much. Dokkan. How Dokkan it's still a 4.6. I don't know, because this is the king of making your ass spend. Like, but an end game. That's all good. That's all I can say. There's no end game. So yeah. King's Throne. I never bothered. I didn't even install it. I just looked at it and was like, what the hell is this? Yeah. MapleStory Zero. This is weird. It's an idle game, and they just didn't do the IP justice. They didn't. The IP is way too good for this type of idle game, and it's not even a fun idle game. The Hero of Tazla, again, you never saw on the channel, and that should tell you enough. This score is way too high. Give this shit like a 3. I don't know why the hell it got a 4.1. Somebody lying. Monster Super League is actually lit. It's another game that it deserves the 4.3. It should have that 4.3. That's worth it. That's worth. Down here, see what else we can see. Oh, let's just go to new. Let's look at new. A3 still alive. This is a harsh score, 4.1. That game has a lot of content in it, including it has literally a survival mode in it, which is, it could be that the game by itself. The survival mode is actually pretty cool. And the overall, it has like literally all the content that any of these other type of ARPG games have. So this score is kind of low. Deserves better. Warpath, I've just never bothered. Frostborn, meh. Again, if you haven't seen it on the channel, because I've seen all this stuff before, and this is what it is. Atlantis Odyssey, I heard, was kind of amusing. I don't know if it deserves the 4.3, but people are kind of like cool with it. You will never see Fruit Ninja on the channel, so I don't even know if it deserves the 4.0, but probably it does. Dystopia Heroes, again, this just reminded me of like Fortnite, and I couldn't do it. Like they just look like Fortnite, like some stuff, and I get asked. Majority of these games I get asked to do a video, obviously, because they want, free press and everything else like this. And I just don't do it because I don't want to disrespect them or say anything bad, so I just don't do it. Final Order. This game is actually kind of cool, just to let you guys know, because it has like the historical monsters in it, which is ridiculous because it makes no reason for them to actually be there, and it's really just a town, the city builder, but it makes it cool that you can get the other like the kaiju and like Godzilla and all that type of stuff. But is what it is when it comes to that. I think we're good on the rest of the stuff. Like again, I just want to do just a little bit something different for this particular Hypewatch. To bring in DragonScapes. People love this game, and this is not new. This is not new. It's been around for like this isn't new. I bet you in the reviews. This is not new. Look, top grossing. Like again, it's not my thing. Top grossing. Like it's not my thing, but people love this, and people be streaming this game, and I'll be sitting there confused because I was like, this is fun. I guess I don't know what fun is. I don't know what the hell baby manner is. I don't want to know. Keep babies away from me. No babies for me. Yeah. So I guess that's it. We've talked about enough for right now. If you guys like this, we can keep it going. Why are you recommending me a $4.99 game? Vanguard Zero deserves like a 3. That game is garbage. I hate to say it. Gwent is actually kind of lit because it's just like the series. We'll look. Bleach Immortal Soul is pretty much Naruto Online, but with Bleach. So people might like that, but I'm kind of over that. So it probably does deserve the 4.4. Eternal Sword does not. That's a 4. Easy. Battle Bouncer does not. That's like a 3. One Piece Bonbon Journey does not deserve anything. That's a 3. Idle War Legendary Heroes does not deserve a 4.5. That's a 4. I don't know about Bullet League, so I won't comment on that. Puzzle Raiders, 4.1. MIB Defenders. I actually tried playing this a few times. Not bad. Symphony of the Night is like a 5. Because it is like classic console ready. Top pay. Look at this. Number 1. Top pay. This is lit. And it's like $1 now. I should cop this. This is $1. Is there anything new? Anyway, Dragon Raja. This game has so much content in it that you get lost. You legit get lost. You can have a straight baby and have it grow up and be like an adult and run around and fight with you. And you can have a kid in this game and have a house and have mortgage and all that type of stuff and run around and kill dragons. That's what type of game it is. It deserves higher. It deserves to be a 4.5. I don't this is literally life simulator. Puppeteer is now available. What the hell is that? Now I gotta log in and figure out what the hell that is. Design your dream house. See, this is like you could be a K-pop star. That's what I made my character. I was a K-pop star. I had a video. My character had a music video, and it was trending. And I was like, bruh, like what is going on? What is my life that this is actually a thing? What is this? It costs $9. Are you serious? This is RPG Maker. It costs $9? RPG Maker doesn't even cost $9. What? Alright, I'm done with this. Alright, so if you want to watch more of Hypewatch, or this time Hypewatch is going to be on the bottom right. It's normally on the bottom left. I hope you enjoyed this leak. This is just me messing around a little bit, trying to talk about these titles, have a little bit of fun with you guys, and I hope you guys are rating things as you can see fit. I would like to see what you guys feel about some of these titles, what scores you would give them. Like if you give it a trash score, like I didn't go any lower than 3 on most of the stuff. I didn't think that there was anything that's any lower than that. But if you feel that way, you know, if you want to go for the 1 and the 2, that's what's on the thing. You can do that. Don't say 0 because that's lazy. No game on here is a 0 because it took a little bit of work to actually make it. So you can't say 0. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.